Hello and welcome. My name is Deanna Gonzalez. I wanted to show you something really fun that I did using some of the digital paper, well, one of the digital papers in the My Digital Studio. Now, I don't know about you, but I love to use, to make invitations or stationery sets, especially as gifts. They can look so beautiful if they're all matching, or diversify the way the card is, but have all the colors, you know, be the same papers and stuff like that. Now you go to a craft store, sometimes if you want the best deal, you'll buy, you know, a paper stack, and then, you know, you only get so much of a certain paper, you know, you get it on sale, and so it's like, you know, yeah, great deal. But if you buy sheet by sheet by sheet, sometimes it's not really the best price. So I've found the world of digital paper to be fantastic. I have my very own store on my computer. I just go and find whatever paper I want, print as many as I want for whatever project, and then go have fun. So Stampin' Up! Offers My Digital Studio, which the thing I think is just so cool about their digital content is that they not only allow you to download for, let's say you buy a paper pack, right? You're not just downloading the stuff, the file for My Digital Studio, which is what they make. But if you already have, say, Photoshop or, you know, another software that you've already invested in, they allow you to download a generic file as well. And I think that's fantastic. I happen to have, I already had Photoshop because my husband, he does a lot of digital arty stuff. If you see the little drawing of the Deanna, you know, crafting Deanna, that's Carlos. He made that for me. So I already had Photoshop, but the fact that when you buy My Digital Studio, it comes with a slew of the content already, I felt like it was a good deal, because you're not just getting the software, you're getting all this other, all the stuff that I'd be wanting to buy anyway. So I started out that way, and then I bought, you know, continued to buy files, but I get to have both. So if I want to do something in Photoshop, I open up Photoshop and do it there. If I want to do My Digital Studio, I open that up and it's right there. And it's got great templates for scrapbooking pages, etc. If you don't have a wonderful printer, all you have to do is send it to, Stampin' Up! Has a printing company that they're teamed up with. So you can send it to have them print it up for you and ship it to you. And it'll look professional, gorgeous. There are so many fun things you can do with this. I happen to, because I am addicted to having my very own paper store at home, I happen to have a large format printer. So this is one of the paper packs that I have, and so I went ahead and printed this up. I don't know the name of it right now. I will find that out and put that on my website, so you're not like, Deanna, I can't find the lines. Where did you get that paper pack? It's a paper pack with some other purpley kind of, you know, they all go together, but that's the other thing that I think is awesome. When you buy one of their paper packs, whether you're getting the actual paper pack or a digital file that you'll be printing up yourself, all the papers that are in that little section go so well together. And you can grab the cardstock, you know, with this I did Perfect Plum to kind of tie it in to make this cute little card. It's a great thing to do. So if you are really into doing multiple things, lots of different, you know, papery guy things, I definitely think that investing in their digital content is so worth it. So we're going to make this cute little card using the My Digital Studio paper, and then doing this cute little stamp. And it comes from the Perfect Punches. I absolutely love these. They can add so much. You know, you stamp, you punch it out, you slap it somewhere, it looks so pristine and elegant. I just really love that. You get 6 stamps here. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So here we're going to start, first of all, with different, just cutting out the different pieces of paper. So first, this is 8.5, just a regular piece of paper cut. And I believe this is a little bit, it's not quite 5. So it's 5 and then one of those little lines on the ruler. You can go ahead and do 8.5 by 5 if you wish. For some reason, when I grabbed my piece of paper, it was actually just, it had been cut short, and I was like, you know, maybe I'll make it kind of like a squarey look, you know, I don't know, I just kind of liked it, so you know, do whatever size you want to do, but I thought that was fun. And to go with it, I cut the stripes 3 3/4 here, and then 4 11/16. I know you're gonna hate me for this. Basically, you look for 3 3/4 and you go one little line in. So, you know, not quite, you know, the 4 3/4, but one little line inside. You know, go ahead and make it less complicated if you want to. Yeah, I don't know. I just really liked the way that would set in. So, whoops. And then I just took a little strippy of, you can just grab any of them that you like, but I wanted it to look like a ribbon look going the other way. So this one's going to be 3 3/4 this way. At least that's a full number, right? A regular, sort of a full number. 3/4. Anyway, yeah, just go ahead and cut whatever you feel like looks like the cutest little strip. And then we need just a random piece of the watercolor paper stuff. I've not actually watercolored yet, but I love the texture and it reminds me of old school beauty, and so I've been I've been stamping on it, you know, and I just love the way it looks. Just adds that extra dimension, and then just a little piece of Perfect Plum that you can find. So to start with, trusty little, you know, scoring board here, and we're just going to score that at 4 1/4 like normal. You just always want to make sure you push it flush, you know, and if you don't have this, it's okay, you can just fold it. I just really love the professional fold looky thing I get with this. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. So yeah, we're going to fold that. And to get this, these little piercing lines, instead of just going ahead and taking this and starting to pierce it, I wanted to make sure that it at the right spot with the background paper. So I actually went ahead and put the background paper on first, just using some of the snail adhesive. And you can use Tombow or, you know, anything at all that, you know, you actually like, that you feel like works really well for you. I just happen to really like the quickness of this. I'm not going very quick. I should move a little faster, right? But it, you know, it is a little quicker sometimes, you know, if you're friends with the Tombow glue. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you might have already noticed that the Tombow glue and I are still getting to know each other. We're still on, you know, we're not quite on the first name basis yet. Yeah, Tombow doesn't know my first name. So anyway, I don't know. It's, you know, there's just no answer for me. So let's try to centralize this the best that we can. Voila, and it's looking good. So I got that. And before I decorated it, just to make sure that I didn't, you know, make a ruckus and then have to start all over, I went ahead and we're going to use the piercing tool, but instead of using it to get all the pretties off, you know, of the mat, we're going to actually use it for what it's for. So there are these cute little Stampin' Up pokey bits that make it so that when you press through, you don't pierce your paper a little bit too far. Because I've done this freehand, and you can just keep going and ruin your paper just fine, but this makes it so it doesn't go further than this. And you also have, like, there's so many different templates, different edgelets. The spellbinders will cut out, and then you can lay this just so and poke little holes, and you can either sew it with a thread and make it look really pretty, or just even the little pokies. Like, I feel like with this stamp where we've got these little dots, the pokies go really, really well, the little pokey holes. Oops. So what I tend to do is I like to line up the edge to, there's this black line here, and you've got these little lines going down. So I take the edge of my paper and I line it right up along the edge of those lines. And then on either side, I try to line it up so it's actually quite even. That way I can poke all the way across and all the way down until it stops. Then I flip the paper over and I find the top of the crease here, and I put that right here by those lines, and then I go across and start poking. So to save time, I'm not going to sit here and poke like crazy, and, you know, I mean, my videos are so long as it is. I'm very sorry about that. Hopefully you enjoy doing this and you don't mind. So I already have a pokey hold one right here. And then we're going to take the little, like, kind of ribbon strippy guy thingy that we have here, and we're just going to put a little adhesive here. And see, this is why I have this extra cutting mat, you know, so I don't sit here and adhesive my little wood counter thingy-majiggy. So, and I didn't quite get the edge, so I'm just going to come in with my little 2A glue and color those edges so that they can smack down and not peeling up and be funny and all that stuff. So I can, this honestly looks good in the middle, above, below. I chose to do it kind of above so it would almost look like a picture, you know, hanging up for some reason. Like, I just felt like it looked kind of like a wall with all those stripes. And so I just put it like that. I don't know, I think it's cute. So we're going to punch this out. We want to have a cute little base for our other thingy-majiggy that we're going to be using. Instead of throwing this away, because see, these little, like the little flower goes right in here perfectly. You know, you can always use these little bits and bobs. Paper is precious, you know, so I always keep it, you know, I definitely advise having a little bin or something that you just toss it in there, and then when you need just like a little portion, run to the bin and start looking for the right color. So there's that, and this is the cutest little curly Q bobby kind of stamp. I love it. I mean punch. Anyway, so I'm using the B block and then my friend. You can't really see it because I don't have that other thing. The reason I don't put the fancy sticker on is because for some reason when I try to get that little magic to happen between the two, it'll stay sometimes if I hold it for a long time. But I noticed, especially with smaller ones, after when I would press, sometimes it would fall off, or if I'm scrubbing like crazy, it would fly about. So I just don't even mind. I think it's just fine this way. So we're going to take our perfect plum that matches the perfect plum, you know, cardstock here. And we're just going to go down and up, real nice. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. And then I just cut that out. I love the mist and the scrubby it. I mean, you can do something this dark and look, it looks brand new. It's so fantastic. So anyway, on my little rant about that, what I did with this is I just, you know, just decided to cut along the dots the best I could, because usually you can just stamp this and do the punch and it'll punch it out really pretty. But I really wanted the purple outline, and I could have punched this and then cut the purple outline, but I thought the darker color should probably be the more perfect lining, and you know, as you sit there and cut, it's not going to be the absolute most perfect thing in the whole wide world. So I thought, you know, maybe I should do it that way, and it'll give it a really cute little look and a little fun pop out. So I probably should have had this already cut out. But for some reason when preparing for this, I just didn't think of it. So I'll just try to do this really quick and hopefully not bore you too much. All I'm going to do is slap some dimensionals, on it when I'm finished, and then voila, we have a gorgeous card. And you can always like decorate the inside of the card. I had thought about doing just some more of the watercolor paper, and then maybe like taking a strip of the fancy paper, the designer series paper in there. But for some reason, I just really wanted to leave it alone. I just thought the front was just so fancy. But, you know, switch it up a little bit and see what you come up with, you know. You'll end up coming up, I'm sure, with something fantastic. So I'm going to take the dimensionals here and just stick them in each corner. If you want, you can always cut them in half and use them that way so that they kind of, you know, spread about and last a little bit longer. But I really like support on my things, and yes, I still have these old Stampin' Dimensionals. I will definitely let you know when I'm using the regular ones, so you're not like, wow, these Stampin' Dimensionals, I don't know, the stuff just doesn't come off. No, it's only if it sits there for years and years and years, never being used, and then somebody comes along and says, hey, you should be used, you shouldn't just be sitting there, then it decides to be a little bit stubborn. So yeah, half my video will be me just suffering over that. So we'll just stick this, line it up the best that we can. I think that looks great. Yeah, and we could use Tombow if we wanted, or the snail. I probably should have done that prior to to actually putting the dimensionals on, but we'll just go in right now. I don't feel like dealing with Tombow yet. We need to become friends. So just centralize that, voila, and we have the cutest little My Friend card. And don't you just love the way the piercing looks with everything? So anyway, thank you for coming and joining me, and I hope you'll come back and see some more crazy things that we're going to do with random things, especially the My Digital Studio fun bits and bobs as well as the stamps. So take care and please come back.